everybody, it's Dr. Lori here again. I'm hoping you're having a fantastic day. Today I just want to talk to you about having a love affair. Now I know this sounds crazy, having a love affair. And I'm not talking about going out and finding a married man or woman and having an affair. I'm talking about having a love affair with yourself. Now this is something I learned at the age of 40. And I learned it last summer. And after having many failed relationships and not really figuring out how and why things were not working out for me the way I had hoped they would, I really had to come to that realization that I, first and foremost, didn't have enough love for myself. And in order to really truly have a wonderful love relationship with somebody, you have to 100% be invested in yourself. And you have to be able to really truly believe how much you love yourself before you can give yourself to somebody else. Now, through a lot of prayer and faith, and a rough summer I had last summer when I was very sick, if you're just tuning in now and didn't know that I had a story, but I had toxic mold poisoning for most of last year. That was quite devastating to me. And toxic mold is the black toxic stachybotrys is what they found in my condo. And it was annihilating me. It was literally eating my brain. And it took everything that I had and all of my even emotions and my hopes and my dreams and everything. I had lost so much hope when I had gone through it. But now I say that the poison was actually the cure for me, because it was a wake-up call. And the wake-up call was telling me that I needed to fall in love with me, that I needed at the end of the day to really trust in myself, and that I needed to be there for myself through the journey, and that really what got me through was depending on God and knowing that at the end of the day that He was still there for me and He was still watching over me, and lots of prayers taught me how to really depend on me first and foremost in the journey. And I really encourage you, if you do have a faith life, to turn to prayer quite a bit when you're having a rough time. And I do believe in my Christian faith, my Catholic upbringing. All of it's the same. I still have a belief in God. I'm very spiritual as well. And so through my spirituality and through the practice of Reiki, which is energy clearing with the clearing of your chakras, I was able to look deep within myself and really go into a meditative mode and assess my situation in my life and figure out kind of where I had some disconnect. And I had a lot of learning to do about myself. And I had a wonderful Reiki practitioner that honed in on a lot of things that I didn't even realize I had going on. And I knew I had some blockages, and I knew that there was some problems with really showing love to myself, because I was always a pusher, go-getter, type A personality, motivated, but really I had no idea what it was for. I was trying to achieve that next thing. I had to have the on paper, the perfect relationship, the perfect marriage, the perfect everything, but I was never happy. Eat, Pray, Love is one of my favorite books, and I actually saw Elizabeth Gilbert give a talk in Palm Springs where she kind of went through the same journey, where she kind of had to fall in love with herself as well and do her spiritual journey. In my spiritual journey, in my Reiki practice, one of the things my practitioner said that I thought was interesting, and if you're a mathematician, you are not going to agree with this, but he said that two halves do not make a whole. He said 2 wholes make a whole. When you find that perfect relationship, you're a whole person, and you're going to attract, by the law of attraction, the person who also is another whole. I found that when I was, quote unquote, the half of a person that really didn't show myself a lot of respect and self-love, that I was attracting that type of person to me, and the people I was attracting had a lot of baggage. They had a lot of issues. They had a lot of their own personal problems that they brought into the relationship. And it really stressed me out to have that much drama in my life. And adding to my drama from, working and pushing and go-getting. And so it's been really refreshing to have taken time and a hiatus. I know people talk about it, but I've taken a hiatus from dating and have spent some time just getting to know who I am, what I want, to be content. To be content with being alone and not having somebody there all the time, and entertaining myself, being able to be fine with eating by myself, dining out by myself, which is interesting as well, and I've learned quite a bit about that in the last 5 years. But it's really, when you have that comfort with yourself, it doesn't bother you anymore. You don't feel like there's something missing. And I always used to feel like when I wasn't in a relationship, there was something missing from my life. And it's incredible now that my faith is so much better, and that I'm doing something, the Heal Yourself Beautiful business, and I'm writing a book, I'm doing blogs, I'm doing my website, and I'm working out with people who are like-minded, and I'm attracting all these people into my life that are just amazing. They're so much like me, and it's the coolest thing ever because they're all very positive, and it's making my life very positive. And I don't feel like I lack for anything. I feel like there's abundance coming, and I feel like this love affair that I've had, this has been the most incredible romance that I've had in my life. And I'm certain that it will attract the person to me that I'm destined to be with. I do believe in that. Of course, I grew up romantic. I mean, Barbie doll was my idol. I had the storybook. I always dreamed of this storybook. But the storybook has taken a different turn for me. And so the girl fell in love with herself. That's my story. That's how my story begins, not ends. And so once she falls in love with herself, then what happens? So the message, I know it was quite extensive today, is have a love affair with yourself. Fall in love with you, and let's see where it will take you in your healing journey. Heal yourself, beautiful. Have a fantastic day, and I will be back again soon.